A Nightmare on Elm Street is currently streaming on HBO Max. Love to see it when it's free. Free because your mom pays for it free. Guys, these setups are taking me longer and longer because I'm forgetting how to set up in between setups. You're like, Chanel, what I'm hearing is shoot more, bitch. Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. So excited to have you here. If you're new, my name's Shanelle. This is a movie reaction and commentary channel. That means we're just gonna watch a movie that I'm pumped to see, and then I'm gonna talk about it. And hopefully you see something new or you get like a really fun reaction. And hopefully you're not too disappointed. We've been doing some spooky movies on the channel. I love scary movies. I love thrills. I find that mostly I laugh. I think they're so fun and funny, and I love seeing a trope or a twist that's ridiculous or a jump scare. I'm probably not the scaredy cat jumpy type, although jump scares do get me. I'm probably the type that's just like gonna be giddy through it all. I think scary movies are like roller coasters for me. So hopefully that's fun for you. I pulled the Patreon for some scary movies, and I have never seen the classics, really. Like you hear in pop culture, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. I have tackled the Michael Myers thing in Halloween. And so now I'm ready for today's movie, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. I'm not even gonna click into the IMDb page. I just have it like, I just have the title and the time, the year. Wow. I don't want to spoil it. I don't know who's in this. I don't know if it's Freddy or Jason. I think one is Friday the 13th, one is Nightmare on Elm Street, and I just don't, I'll know very quickly. This isn't going to be surprising information. I don't know. I hope it's a little scary. I hope there's jump scares. I think it's going to be, I guess if I have to guess, it's going to be kind of like Halloween, like a serial stalker killer who won't die. That seems fair, right? That seems like a fair assessment. As always, if you want more from me, I do have a Patreon, so that information is in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get right into today's watch, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984 for Shan. We have more mask breathing, my friends. That creepy, creepy mask breathing. I've seen these on children during Halloween. He's making those claws. Oh, the sound of this is everything I'm obsessed with. I love synth. Give me more synth, please, forever. Is this Freddy or Jason? Freddy, Jason, Freddy. I think this is Freddy. Introducing Johnny Depp. This is another first movie. Oh, Fred Krueger. Oh, Freddy. Shan. Good scream, really good scream.
You gotta cut your fingernails, you gotta stop that kind of dreaming. One or the other.
Easy. Stop dreaming.
6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, gonna...
Nursery rhymes are so f***ing terrifying. Always. Is this Johnny? I hope this is Johnny.
I had a heart-on this morning when I woke up, Tina. Had your name written all over it.
There's 4 letters in my name, Rod. How could there be room on your joint for 4 letters?
Hey, up yours with a twirl.
Not enough space for 4 letters. Dead.
Maybe we're gonna have a big earthquake. They say things get really weird just before.
Earthquake. Are we in California?
Huh? Yeah, noisy as usual. Listen, Ma, I gotta go. I think there's been an accident out front.
That would not work on my mom. She'd be like, "Are you kidding me? Get home." Seems like a dangerous neighborhood.
Actually, they were more like finger knives or something. Something he'd made himself.
What a brilliant tackle, and the fans go wild.
What the hell are you doing here?
We got our mother's bed. You guys got the rest.
Oh my God, Rod.
I mean, don't leave me alone with this lunatic.
Does she like him or not? Like, is this flirtation? Are they being flirty? Are you kidding? I thought Tina was gonna be our, like, virgin because she had the little short blonde hair and the crucifix behind her. So she does like him. Those things are so scary. Yo, Tina's gonna die. Oh, that's scary. That would get me.
Yeah.
Wow. His arms grow. Another dream. Knew it. Dream. No. No. Well, Rod looks like suspect number 1, let's just say. 10 out of 10 for gross out. Holy shit. I did not expect this movie to be this disgusting.
I don't mean her. I mean you. What was she doing there, Marge?
Got her.
Okay.
How can you say I don't take her seriously?
That woman's lip liner is the worst I've ever seen in my whole life.
With her boyfriend, Rod Lane.
That arm on the local news, maybe national news.
I'll sleep in study hall. I'd rather...
I used to show up in high school with 0 sleep at all times. So, we don't know where Rod is, correct? He ran off.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Daddy? You use me. Tina?
Oh, that's horrific, my friends. That's fucking terrible. I'm like, we good?
Where's your pass?
Screw your pass.
Hall monitor.
No running in the hallway.
Guys. Don't love this. Don't love a creepy stairwell with some blood at the bottom or ominous liquid. Something wet. Oh my God, this is where the dream was. This is where the dream was. It's like the boiler room of the school. Oh my God, ew.
Call your mother.
Oh, damn. I don't know who this young actress is, but that's embarrassing to have to do in front of a room full of kids your own age. Like, I don't want to have to scream in front of anybody. I'm terrible at it.
And you didn't get a look at it.
You couldn't even see the fucker. You could just see cuts happening.
There we go. Thank you, Rod. He's invisible.
But I thought it was just another nightmare. Like the one I had the night before. There was this guy.
Rod's crinkly leather jacket is getting me. I just love it. Love that sound. Babe, no. Don't be singing that. No.
I've heated up some warm milk for you, honey.
Warm milk. Gross.
Classic mom. She's sleeping? Or... I'm not ready for Nance to die. We just lost Teen. Nance is in this alone. Also, babe, I would never lock a door again. Please, don't do that. Stay awake, fast acting. Is that a real product, guys? Johnny Depp on my windowsill.
Hi. Will you shut up and let me in? Did you ever stand on a rose trellis in your bare feet?
I didn't have this kind of house. I guess if anyone wanted to sneak in, they could meet me in my basement around back. Not that I took advantage of that ever. Like, literally never.
God, I look 20 years old.
Is that good or bad? She's saying I look older than I am. I look 20.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No. Rod killed Tina, and you know that.
Halloween cross-reference. Do you believe in the boogeyman?
A lot might depend on this.
I won't screw up.
Thank you.
Maybe she's going to go to the boiler room of the school and try to see if she can find Fred, Mr. Krueger. Imagine he was like, that's Mr. Krueger to you, not Fred. Also, guys, she just couldn't slip on a pair of flip-flops for this. Slippers. Robe. Oh my god, is that easy? Glenn! Oh, I can't wait to read about that. Is that just like holes of gum in the stairs? Come on, wake up. Like, this is definitely a dream. Now Glenn wakes up. Okay.
Are you okay? Yeah, just a little dream, that's all. I'm going right back to sleep. Okay.
Just a tiny little dream. It's real little. Little pleasant little nice dream. Rod about to die.
There's an unsolved murder, and I don't like unsolved murders, especially ones that my daughter's mixed up in. What are you doing?
This guy's dialogue. There's an unsolved murder, and I don't like unsolved murders.
Hey!
Come on, Rod. Wake up, sir. At this point, I would love some more backstory on Freddy Kruegs. What summons him? Why is he here? Why them? Is he a spirit? Like, is he coming back for revenge?
I don't know who he is. But he's burned. And he wears a weird hat. And a red and green sweater, really dirty.
Okay. Does Dad know him?
Everyone's got to dream, young lady. If you don't dream, you go. Okay, all set?
I would be like, from here until the day I die, I'm sleeping in a clinic only, being watched. I want 3 cameras on me at all times. What?
This'll help you sleep.
No. Stop. Do not put me back to sleep. No.
I grabbed it off his head.
Mom's like, I'm calling the family priest.
You didn't sleep at all last night, did you?
No, Mom.
Did you ask Daddy to have the hat examined? I threw that filthy thing away. What I learned in the dream clinic, that's what I'm trying to prove, Mother. Fred Krueger, Mom. Fred Krueger. You call this feeling better? Or maybe I should grab that bottle and veg out with you. Avoid everything happening to me by just getting good and loaded.
Fighting words I love.
What if they meet a monster in their dreams? Then what?
They turn their back on it. Take away its energy and it disappears.
But what happens if they
Worth
don't
a shot.
do that?
Booby traps and improvised anti-personnel devices? Well, what are you reading that for?
I'm into survival.
Booby traps.
Mother!
Mommy Dearest took down the Rose Terrace.
Security. Security? Security from what? Not from what? From home.
I'm into survival.
Come down to the cellar with me and I'll tell you.
Shit. Mom's about to tell her about Freddy. Stop. This is what I'm waiting for. I want information. I like scary movies when there's like research involved.
You want to know who Fred Krueger was?
Yes.
He was a filthy child murderer who killed at least 20 kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be like, your daddy. Fred Krueger is your biological father.
A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. We found him in an old abandoned boiler room where he used to take his kids.
Boiler room. And we lit him on fire.
He's dead, honey, because Mommy killed him.
I don't like hearing that. Mommy killed him.
And took his knives.
No, she's not holding on to that. Wow, that outfit is the best thing I've ever seen.
Just give me some help nailing the guy when I bring him out.
Yeah, well, I can save you the trouble. You're nutty as a fruitcake. I love you anyway.
Are there nuts in fruitcakes? Guess so.
Cocking this guy when I bring him out.
What? Are you crazy? Hit him with what?
You're the jock. You have a baseball bat or something.
You're the jock. Figure the f out, Johnny Depp.
Miss Nude America's gonna be on tonight.
Well, how can you hear what she's going to say?
Who cares what she says?
Don't be such a smart guy.
With me carrying cups out of my room at the end of the day. End of the week. She had an extra coffee pot under her bed.
Don't fall asleep.
Glenn's not showing me he's committed to this relationship. Ew. Oh my god. Ew. It was a tongue. It's a great practical effect. Love. Oh god, how are they getting that? I say film it coming. Film it. The blood's coming this way, and then flip the frame and play it in reverse. And it looks like it's going up. That's my guess. She's like, I fucking told you it wasn't Rod, you stupid bitch.
Fred Krueger did it, Daddy. And only I can get him. It's my nightmare he comes to.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, sure, I'll be there, sweetheart. Now, look, you just get yourself some rest, please. Deal?
I don't trust him. She's 20 minutes to do this and get to sleep. I'm like, babe, we should have thought of this before. Dead. She's holding onto that bottle in the bed. Guess if I was really, really tired, I could fall asleep in 10. Easily. Probably less. I just thought, I want the prequel. This isn't the story I want. I want the one where Fred Krueger was killing kids all those years ago and the moms murder him. God damn it.
I'm crazy after all.
That was a fun fake out. That was fun. I just think this is so funny. That's a stunt I'm super curious about. Dad doesn't look like he's carrying a weapon or even handcuffs at this point.
What's going on, Nancy?
He's after Mother!
Oh my God, this whole time was he after Mom? Oh, Mom got burned to a crisp. Maybe Fred will stop now. Maybe he just wanted Mom. Oh, he wants Nance.
I take back every bit of energy I gave you.
The story that Glenn told her, turn your back on it.
Oh, I feel like $1,000,000.
Wow.
They say you bottomed out when you can't remember the night before. No, baby, I'm gonna stop drinking.
Why does this feel like Stepford? Kind of scary.
Hi, everybody.
Leave this fog.
Yay!
Oh, I believe anything is possible.
Okay, but this reality's stripes. I was gonna say this reality's too weird. This reality's way too weird. A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. I've now seen it. I now know the origin of Freddy Krueger himself. Very cool. That was fun. It was just fun. I don't get scared nearly at all. So if you're not going to scare me, then gross me out or make me laugh. This had a little bit of gross out and a little bit of laughs. Now let me tell you, I saw Halloween Kills in the theaters. You guys laughed my head off. It was so funny. This is just fun. It's a fun time. I think in the context of 1984, I would have went with friends and I would have flipped out. I think now I can just see through it all. And you know me, like I've always got my filmmaking like thinking cap on. So I'm like, okay, corn syrup, that blood looks really red. How did they get that shot? They're playing this in reverse. He's wearing a lot of prosthetics. Like I'm thinking about stuff like that. I'm not really thinking, oh no, there's a killer out to get me. So, you know, if ever my brain ruined a film, it'd be this one. But I appreciate the out of all those practical effects. All of them look 100% practical. I did not, except there's like that spirit thing at the end where he kind of like disappears through her. It was like some sort of computer or something. Let's just get right into some fun facts and trivia. My favorite part of my own channel, if I do say so myself. New Line Cinema was saved from bankruptcy by the success of this film. It was jokingly nicknamed the house that built Freddy. Oh my gosh, that Freddy's nursery rhyme was created for this movie? I thought that that was like a thing way before this movie, and then they added to it for this movie. Wow, okay. Wes Craven first came up with a basic idea for the movie from a series of articles in the Los Angeles Times over a 3-year period about a group of Southeast Asian refugees from the Hmong tribe, several of whom died in the throes of horrific nightmares. One would have a nightmare, then refuse to sleep for as long as he could. When he finally fell asleep from exhaustion, he awoke screaming and then died. Autopsy results revealed that they had not died from heart failure, but had simply died. It was the inability to find a cause of death that intrigued Craven so much. Wow, so it was kind of based in reality. I also have to say major applause for an original story, yet again. So we had Halloween 1978, completely original story. A Nightmare on Elm Street, original story. I mean, I'm alive in the time of remakes. All of this has been remade. So just to have an original scary story is the best. The scene where Freddy's arms elongate were achieved by having men with fishing poles on each side of the alley, operating a set of puppet arms attached to Robert Englund. All of the boiler room footage was shot in the basement of Lincoln Heights Jail in Los Angeles, which was condemned shortly after production wrapped due to a high level of asbestos. Yikes. Shot in 32 days. That's a quick production. In the original script, Freddy was a child molester. However, the decision was made to change him just to being a child murderer to avoid accusations of exploiting a series of child molestations in California around the time of production. In the remake, he was rewritten as a child molester. I really want to see this remake. I want to get more scared. I love being scared. You wanna know what really scares me? Stuff that could really happen. I might have said this already before, so that's why like the original Halloween was more scary to me. It cost $1.8 million to produce, a figure it made back in its opening weekend. It would take 3 hours for Freddy to put his makeup on. The idea behind the glove was practical on Wes Craven's part. He wanted to give the character a unique weapon, but also something that could be made cheaply and wouldn't be difficult to use or transport. At the time, he was studying primal fears embedded in the subconscious of people of all cultures, and discovered that one of those fears is attacked by animal claws. Around the same time, he saw his cat unsheath its claws, and the two concepts merged. Although in the original film script, the blades were fishing knives, not steak knives. The famous scraping noise is created by scratching a steak knife on the underside of a metal chair. Hate that. Hate that. The words Elm Street are not spoken at all during the movie. That was shocking to me. For a movie called Nightmare on Elm Street, I thought they were going to be like, he turned right on Elm Street, you know? Like, I just thought that. Oh my gosh, so many trick-or-treaters dressed up as Freddy. Freddy Krueger was designed by Wes Craven to be the typical silent serial killer, such as Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. However, in the sequels, Freddy developed a cheeky persona that enabled him to be a black humored villain. I was pretty shocked, but Freddy did appear to speak in this, or if his mouth wasn't moving, he was telekinetically communicating with Nancy. He was calling Tina's name and he was speaking to Nancy. Okay, so the phone effect where the tongue comes out of the phone, the effect was made with cheap rubber and a prosthetic. The effects team also reportedly stated Heather Langenkamp wanted to take the prop home after shooting, which they thought was unusual. They're like, somebody get eyes on this bitch. The scene where Freddy presses through the wall above Nancy was shot by stretching a sheet of spandex across a hole in the wall and pressing against it. In the shot, Freddy is played by special effects designer Jim Doyle. Yikes. I told you, all practical effects, man. Glenn was supposed to rise from the bed after the bed bloodbath scene, but that was cut. No, I wanted to see more Glenn all bloodied up. Yeah, that threw me for a loop. In the credits, he's known as Fred Krueger in this film. And I'm like, no, isn't it Freddy Krueger? Like, I've heard of Freddy Krueger. The second movie establishes the town's name as Springwood, and later movies confirm the new location as Springwood, Ohio. Yeah, I mean, not this one. This one's got palm trees. Oh, we wanted to know about the staircase scene. Okay, according to Heather Langenkamp, the melting staircase scene was shot using a pancake mix. Oh, Wes Craven, however, said it was oatmeal and glue. The fact track on the DVD says it was Bisquick pancake mix. The knives on the glove are not fishing or steak knives, as many believe, but tomato knives. Okay. Oh, I want to see the grosser cut. Wes Craven admitted that he was rather aggravated when a few scenes from the movie had been trimmed so that American film censors would allow the movie to be released. Rude ass. Oh, and the opening dream where Tina sees and hears the lambs, I was interested about that. It's a play on the phrase, like a lamb to the slaughter, originating in the Bible. This film, along with the rest of the sequels, Sans New Nightmare from 1994, so not that one, and A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010, take place within the same universe as Friday the 13th? Really? Guys? They're the same universe? That's so cool. Okay, Nancy looks in the mirror and says, my God, I look 20 years old. Heather Langenkamp was in fact 20 at the time of the film's released. Most of these teen actors are actually in their 20s. Amanda Wyss and Johnny Depp are both well into their 20s. Yeah, I noticed that. The line about looking 20 is meant to be ironic. 20 is not old. I thought that too. I was like, what? Even if a 16-year-old character, Nancy Thompson, thinks it is. Okay, so it's an ironic line. That's cool. Oh, film takes place in 1981? Why? The only thing I was going to look up, I think we found out that the budget was about $1.8 million. I want to look up how they did the blood scene. The coolest effect in Nightmare on Elm Street was a bloody accident. Filmschoolrejects.com. Okay, let's see. They poured fake blood through a hole into an upside-down, rotating room. In the making of documentary Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, Doyle explains that Wes wanted something really big and fantastic out there for the first death, so I suggested a rotating room. Wow. The room itself was not mechanical. It took several crew members on either side of the contraption to manually flip the room around. Even though it was a nightmare to shoot in, when it came time to film Glenn's death, the filmmakers went back to the rotating room. The pressure was on, not only because the blood effect was complicated, working with water always is, but because they had one take to do it. The room was flipped upside down, and the crew prepared for the effect. A sheet-lined chute for the blood was carved out of the middle of the bed, with crew members positioned above on the outside of the room, poised to pour in the gallons of blood-colored water. With the new bed now positioned at the top of the room, because it's flipped, Craven strapped into the camera chair and gave the word go. So cool. When the crew began to dump, okay, so this is in the documentary Never Sleep Again, but it says, when the crew began to dump the water through the hole, as soon as it hit the ceiling and hit the light, it immediately electrified the water. So the guy pouring the water got electrocuted. Or as Doyle puts it, oops. Not only was the water now electrified, but as Hatkin describes, the water began to slosh from side to side, which threw off the weight of the room, causing it to shift and the operators to lose control. The room rolled all the way over and crew members leapt out of the way as cables and ropes ripped out of their rigging. The wall had a window in it, and of course the blood poured out onto the operators desperately trying to regain control of the room. The room finally stopped rocking once all the liquid poured out, leaving the crew still attached to the structure, suspended upside down for around 20 minutes in the dark and covered in blood. You guys. The up is down and vice versa rationale of the original geyser is easy enough to wrap your head around, but thanks to a series of unfortunate events, the blood didn't just pool in the ceiling. After the initial splash, the liquid slaps and streams at all angles. Cool, so the blood, instead of just like kind of going bed to ceiling, it goes like kind of all over. Even if they had to the resources to do a second take, I don't think they could have replicated the effect as it appears on screen, and for that, a happy accident indeed. Miraculously, no one was hurt. So fun. Thank God no one got hurt. Okay, so you have seen my reaction to A Nightmare on Elm Street, so definitely let me know if you saw it when it came out at the time, and if you thought it was scary. You can let me know if you think it holds up. I'm just infinitely curious always, so if you saw it in theaters, or people screamed, or whatnot, or you and your friends went and you were in high school, favorite kind of stories, definitely let me know. If you want more from me, of course, Patreon in the description box below. And yeah, on that note, I'm gonna go eat.